What is up, everybody? This is Mr. Right Way. We are doing a live, first time Mr. Right Way podcast. I guess it's going to be Mr. Right Way podcast. But anyway, I got some good guys on here with me tonight. We are going to talking about games, talking about just life, and hope this thing go good because we got somebody over here can't get their camera right when we first start out. That's how we do it like that. He can't get his iPad right, y'all. What is wrong with him? What is wrong? Y'all need to help him out. But anyway, I am Mr. Right Way, and we got people going from right to my left. We're going to start out with, on my left, we're going Black Ranger. Tell everybody about yourself.
What's going on, everybody? Black Ranger, also known as French, from Maryland, retro, vintage gamer, love all modern games too, but it's just me. I do it now. I'm a veteran just like Mr. Right Way, so I'm just here having a good time. Love talking about games and having fun.
Sweet, sweet. And then we're going to my boy, Mega ZX456. We got to give him another name, y'all, because call him that name 456. No.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing a rebranding probably next month or so. So
you need to do a rebranding right now. No,
I feel so many people out here going around as Mega. So you're right about that. But to the meantime, my name's Mega ZX. I'm into retro gaming, modern gaming, pretty much the entire ecosystem as a whole, in the anime as well. Been doing this thing for about 25 years plus. A lot of my content evolved around tech reviews, game reviews with a comedic twist to it. Pretty sure some of y'all saw some of my little videos here and there on YouTube and Instagram and whatnot. It's just kind of my sense of humor, and yeah, I just love doing what I do. So,
man, and your videos are good, man. I always say I want to do stuff like this sometimes. It's just I can't be as creative as you and your fiance, man. Y'all, I'm telling you, it is hilarious. About somebody who's hilarious who can't get their stuff together because I'm not gonna because we ain't past the 1 minute mark yet. But anyway, we got Mr. Life Tate Gaming, up and coming YouTuber, been doing good. I've been on him all year long to get better.
I've seen
he has been listening and he's been getting better. So Life Tate, Mr. Tate.
How you doing, everyone? I'm Life Tate with gaming. Everybody. I'm just collecting retro and next gen consoles gaming. I love it. I love buying games, selling games, just building a collection and just talking with you guys. So like Steve said, I am up and coming. I've only been on YouTube for about a year now, but I feel like with his guidance and everybody in the whole crew's guidance, I feel like I've grown a lot and we getting better together.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. We're getting better together. Just find a group of like-minded individuals to just talk, chat, just talk about stuff. And I want to say I am a sponsor. It's not a sponsor, but hey, if you listen, Dr. Pepper, hit me up.
Oh man,
y'all know how much I like Dr. Pepper.
Oh yes, sir. That's an understatement right there.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm in Texas too. They right down the street. I need to go. Hey. Oh my goodness. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff going on during the week, man. But anyway, how's everybody's week's been doing? If you got questions or in the chat, we're accepting super chats. We'll get first priority. We'll try to get to everybody. But right now, if you're not a member, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to everybody's channel. It should be a link of everybody's channel. Everybody go in the comments, guys. Put your name in the chat so everybody can see who you are. So you can go to and subscribe. But first thing we want to start off with, oh my goodness, it's been crazy. I made a video about it a long time ago, but water. What we're gonna do about water games?
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
I love that.
What we're gonna do? What are we gonna do? And who is one of your guys need to, I guess, mute your. Are y'all watching the stream too? Or somebody need to watch the stream and then mute the stream. Who's on the stream? Somebody's stream is like, maybe hear like a little frog.
It's not on my end. Yep.
Is you Ranger?
Let me.
It might be me. Is it me?
Look at him. See, first episode, guys. We gotta get stuff worked out. That's all right. It might be him. I don't know. But no, seriously. Let's talk about water. They are grading games that are like repo games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say fake, but we know how repo games are. And that's why I take out to our next topic. But What do y'all think about this? This is crazy because so Mad Little Pixel made a video talking about he went on eBay and he saw this seller selling repo games or basically a graded water repo game. And what's so funny about it, he called out, made a video about it. The guy who was selling it found out the video, emailed him, said he's gonna sue him. Oh my god!
The plot thickens.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna sue him because he said you telling lies. I'm like, what? Really? You gonna sue somebody over a video game that you know that was a repo? Now let's say the seller probably didn't know it was a fake, and that's what like burns me up sometimes. You get these people who get in the hobby, and it's great. You might enjoy the hobby, but people who come in the hobby just to make money. And we already know how I feel about a lot of people about that. But they coming in, man, and just getting the game graded, thinking they're gonna make some money, and then when they find it's a fake, they get egg on their face. What do y'all think about it? Black Ranger, what you think about it?
I really think it's crazy, especially seeing that you sold a repro graded game. First of all, how you gonna grade a repro game?
Yeah,
are you even checking? I mean, it's real simple you can look at most cartridges and see it's repro. If it's a disc base, you can tell by the disc that it's used on. If you got to open up the game, do it, but you're gonna grade a repro game, and they had my man sell it. Now he out here looking stupid. And then somebody broadcasting. Now you're gonna sue him.
yeah.
Like, what you gonna say? It's defamation because he told the truth? Nah, it ain't right.
I'm suing you because you told the truth.
I know, right? How you gonna do that? I mean, that's freaking crazy. I don't know how anybody would think to do that. I know one thing. I'm not sending no game to be graded. I'm gonna play my games. So, I mean, I don't knock nobody who does it, but those who do it, do what you do. But if you're gonna sell it, at least know you got a real game or repro, and then don't get mad if somebody call you out on it. I mean,
do not dare call nobody out in the retro community about doing something dishonest. Or you might get, or you might get uninvited from a show. Oh,
he ain't saying no names, but names
no shade.
I ain't saying no names, but they like the color yellow. With the W, let me stop.
You guys gotta explain to me. I never really understood the whole water thing. Is it just strictly for collectors? It's put in a plastic acrylic case and then it's worth 20 times more? You're never gonna play it?
Basically what it is. Basically, all right, it's some good things and some bad things with it. Okay. Most people have a problem with it. It's like you're not gonna be able to play that game ever again. What I disagree with that. You can always find other ways to play games. You can find millions of ways to play games, but to get a sealed game and then take it off, and then you act like you're not using people who act like they're going to, I guess, preserve it. You're not preserving it. You're trying to sell it, and most times, I say 80% of people are going to sell it. 80%, especially people who don't ever play games or never talked about games. They see money is going to sell it. You know, they're trying to sell it. That's what it is. It's craziness. But yeah, man. Mega, what you think about it? I know you got a lot to say.
oh yeah, you already know me, man. I'm like,
I know you're gonna go. Yeah, put it off. Yeah.
But man, like the thing with water is like I kind of knew they was like a little shady when they first showed up by 3, maybe 4-ish years or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I think the founder of it, he appeared on. And it's the thing. The founder appeared on the episode of Pawn Stars, and I was like, that dude looked familiar. I was like, oh, it's the same dude who took like whatever games, and then he was like, yeah, this is my subject expert matter on the case. I'm gonna get him to come in and come rate these games. And then he had like so many like appearances on that show. And then when I actually saw that he was like doing the water game rating system, I was like, that's weird, because there was already like a reputable company that was doing stuff like that, like rating games, seal games, stuff like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, you guys just bulldozing your way in here, and now you got like the full most authority of doing this stuff. So like right from the get-go, I always thought they were suspicious. And then just seeing that whole kerfuffle with the what was it Super Mario 64 or was it Super Mario Brothers? Like a sealed copy of that. Which one was it again?
Super Mario 64.
Super Mario 64, and with that joint, it was what? It sold for like 20,000, 35,000.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, for such a common game to be rated that high, now everybody and their mama gonna be going in the basement like, oh man, I know I got some sealed games down here. I got a sealed copy of The Sims on GameCube. I bet this is worth some money, and now they ruin it for everybody, man. So it's like I can see the appeal to it, wanting to display your trophy title in a placard case. I mean, it looks nice and all, but seeing how much money you got to spend on that thing, and then you got to send it in. It takes about 2 or 3 months to get rated and sent back. You don't know what they did to the thing coming back, but I see a lot more harm coming from this than good. But those are just my opinions. I can take all day doing it, but I want everybody else to speak their piece on that. But that's just how I feel about them.
And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I really do think like the water graded games, how they look. I think they look amazing. I really do. Yeah. I really think they look pretty cool, because when I was collecting for a full set of long box PlayStation 1 games, I had 2 of them, and those things looked dope. I mean, the aesthetic of it just looked. I said, "Dang, this thing," and it felt good. It looked really cool. I was like, you know what? I think I can go give me another one graded. But I was like, do I want to go pay that price? Because the only reason I said, I had a couple of like PlayStation 1 games that were sealed, and I could spend like $200-$300, on this, but I had to do that for 5 or 6 games, and with my return be that's what I'm saying. I was going to, and I was being straight honest, like, hey, these are not part of the collection. I will sell these to make more money, but the time you get it back and all that kind of stuff is just, it's crazy, man. I just wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to go through all that mess.
Yep. It's a long turnover time.
It's a long term, especially when everybody, like a year ago during COVID, everybody was sending their stuff in, and that's when they started having a lot of problems and stuff, man. Everybody was like,
I think the minimum turnaround time is like 3-4 months, sometimes even upwards to a year, depending on what you're sending. So I don't see the immediate benefits for doing that.
I had a friend who had bought some of my collection when I sold my stuff. He was sending games, and he was just like, man, he sent the game like in that it was like, remember when Walmart was selling the 3DS games for like $10?
I remember that. That was like 2018.
Yeah, he had bought a lot of those and stuff and sent some of those in. And it was just wild. It was crazy. Hey, Tay, I think you might have to put your headphones in. That's why we can I think that's coming from you.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's coming from you. I think we can hear reverb. We can hear like echo. I think it's coming from you. But no, keep on going. But it was just, oh my goodness. He said, so basically, long story short, he sent them off. It took him almost a year and a half. Okay, who got all kids going on?
I'm about to say, who got some little ones running around?
Who got some little ones going on?
He say, "Daddy." I was like, "Oh, that's Tay."
Yeah, that's Tay. We had to mute Tay for a little while. Tay gotta get Tay get stuff under control. He don't know how. Tay, get your stuff out of control, man. But anyway, it took him like so long to get the stuff done. Yeah, that's you, Tay. You had to put some headphones in, brother.
Oh, put some. All right.
You're gonna put some headphones in.
All right, give me half a second.
All right. But yeah, but anyway, it took him almost a year, y'all, to get those games back. And then when he got the games back, it was like, what happened? And then the market started to cool off. So it was so much.
Right.
Yeah, I can understand it for some people. Like I said, it's some stuff that I have that's strictly for display. If you're sending it off for display, it look nice. I mean, even to comic books and all that, get those graded. Read through it, get it graded. Games that you might not play, you keep it sealed. But like you said, you can play it on an emulator. You can get another copy for most games. But if you got something that's nice, pristine, you can get it graded, put it on display. But it's all about, I don't like the fact of, I'm just getting it graded to hit somebody's head for some extra money on it. So,
yeah, and that's the whole thing about it. It's like, I don't want to stop nobody from making money, but it's a weird gray area, like like I don't mind selling games or trading games to get some other games, or even you got a business. But then that water stuff, it just kind of like messed everything up because everybody started getting greedy and started getting other kind of stuff, and it was just it was just wild. It was wild.
It made even some of the most basic stuff seem like the most extravagant to like I guess people call them normies. Like I went to a mom and pop shop about 2.5 weeks ago, and they had a it was like a Banjo Kazooie. It wasn't sealed or anything, but it was in the box. It was missing the manual, like some of the inserts. They wanted $250 for that thing, and I'm like, okay, you see that? Like that's when the trickle down effects start coming in. When you start thinking that even like common stuff like that is just worth an arm and a leg. I'm definitely feeling the sting of some of that. And then even with graded games, like I even like messed around with that deal, probably doing that with some of my games. Like, hold on, like in my case, I don't know if y'all can see that I have Mega Man 3, 6, and X3. Yeah, those are in the box, the original case and everything. I was toying around with the idea of getting those sealed, and that's mainly because I'm like a huge fan of those games, and I probably would want to preserve those and just like have it like my centerpiece. But I can see the benefits of people like doing that just to make a little quick buck turnaround. But at the same time, for collectors like us, that's hurting us, man. I mean, the hunt has become more hard than it used to be, and I especially noticed that like around 2019 when I started my GameCube collection. Right between 2019, the early parts of 2020, like leading up to June, it was cool, like collecting stuff. But after that water thing, that was a wrap. That was a wrap, man. Like if you didn't get in the game before then it's been a pretty pity.
How's the GameCube collecting going for both of you? Mr. Wright Way, you collecting the GameCube too here and there, right? Like,
no, I'm not really no more. I'm not doing a GameCube right now. I'll pick up some here and now with the kiosk. And my GameCube is modded. I don't need anything. I really start, as you can see, I can do a lot of just Wii U kiosks. I just started doing a lot of kiosks. You know what? That might be me. Hold on. I'm telling somebody. Let me see.
I don't know. Mine's turned off. That's for sure. I got you guys on my AirPods.
I don't know if that's me or not. Anyway, this is the first episode. We're gonna figure that out, y'all. Sorry about that. If anything, we ain't gonna take it away from it. But anyway, let's go to the second thing. Is gonna go right into it, and this is something that I have, done. It's pretty cool. All right, this company called let me pull it up real quick. Video Games Plus out of Canada. Now, Video Games Plus out of Canada, they're doing this thing where they're doing a lot of reprints of expensive games. Expensive games like Blue Reflection, Attack on Titan 2, or Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That one that was
Torna,
yeah, all that one.
Okay. I actually grabbed one.
You grabbed one?
Yeah, I grabbed it.
Yeah, hold on. Nice. But I want y'all. I'm gonna go get one copy I got. But what do y'all think about this? So a lot of people think like, well, since they're doing these reprints, they're destroying they're destroying collecting. I don't see so. I'm saying it is people who say that. I think they're going back and say, "Oh, I got money in my collection. I don't want my collection to lose value." Which that's another conversation. But I think that is pretty cool that if they're reprinting a game that's an expensive game that get hard to get, and getting collectors another chance to buy it, I think that is so freaking dope. Tate, start us out. What do you think about that?
To be honest, I'm out in Canada. I'm probably the only one. I'm the only one in Canada, I think, out of us.
Right now. You are in Canada. I forgot. Yeah, you
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Canada. I like it, man. Like I didn't get a chance to grab that Xenoblade 2, the Torna. Was it Harvest or something like that? But it was like over $100 over here for me to get it. So when I see it reprinted and it's legit, I could get it for $50. Why not, right? So at the same time. If you're collecting to play the games, then it's great for you. If you're collecting just to hold it in your collection and say, okay, it's worth $120, $130, then you're like, man, it's everywhere now. So the value obviously is going to drop, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's supply and demand, I think, right? That's my take on it.
I'm going to do it right here. Look, I'm going to do it live. Look. So I got Blue Reflection, and I've been wanting Attack on Titan 2 for so freaking long.
Nice.
And you know what? I'm gonna open this thing live right here.
You can't do that, boy. Hey, the game's got feelings, man. You can't do that.
These games got feelings, man. I'm gonna open this
boy. You're taking off the birthday suit. Stop it right now.
Look at this. A nice, clean copy of that. Now I don't think Attack on Titan 2 came with like a manual, and most of these don't come with manuals. But this game used to be like $150. They need to do the Godzilla. If they can find another Godzilla one, and then Blue Reflection. I remember I had this a while ago when I sold stuff, but it got up to like $200 at one point. But forget this, I'm opening that thing right live. Look at that. Look at that. Blue Reflection.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Yeah, I picked up the Xenoblade
right in my collection.
I have the Xenoblade too. I'll open it up live too, but I like to open them in order I play them. You know what I mean?
I'll feel you on that.
No pressure.
If I beat one, once I get through 1 and 2, then I'll open it up. You know what I mean? But it's I buy games, the ones I do plan to play. If that makes sense. Everyone's backlog is probably huge. We all have probably good, solid collections. It's just I feel like as you get older, your time of playing, unless you manage it properly, you're not gonna get as much time as we used to play. You guys feel that way too, or?
Oh, absolutely. And look, I don't even have kids yet, but the older I get, the more I'm finding out, hey, I ain't got as much time to sit around the house play games as I used to, man. Because like back in the day, like I did, well, I kind of somewhat still do what you said that you did. I open them and play them in the order that I get them in.
Yeah,
and that went out the window in 2017, man. When Switch came out, I started buying stuff. Like I had like Titanfall 2 Collector's Edition. I had that, bought that, played that. Then I was like, okay, well, Breath of the Wild came out, bought that, opened that, played that for a bit. I got Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Collector's Edition, bought that, didn't play that for about 2 months and started that. And that's like a long game to get through in general. And then I start adding more games to the backlog. I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna get the Bayonetta 1 and 2. I'm gonna repeat this. And nah, man, like that. Hey, time flies by quick. It flies by quick, man, especially during the pandemic. So I feel you on that. I need to get back into that.
What you think, Black Ranger?
Man, yeah, definitely. Like me, as far as repro games, I'm okay with the concept of it. Like
do you consider these repro? Because these look like
they just reprints. They just look like reprints. Yeah, reprints. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so I'm fine with reprinting of games. For one, like they said, it's not going to hurt the value that much. They're not putting out another 1,000 copies of it, or so they're putting out.
I think. Okay, don't get me wrong, because this is hearsay, and this is I don't know, but I think an order a game is 1,000. I think it's 1,000, copies for a print of a copy of a game. Now they might have went to like Koei Tecmo, because mostly if you look at it, it's a lot of Koei Tecmo games that they're reprinting. So they must have did some kind of deal with Koei Tecmo, for some games. It's like, what can we do? So I don't know, but I mean it's good. I'm like, hey, give me reprints of hard to find games or expensive games. I mean, that's why the people get mad about reprinting games, or just like, I think they like, I want you to take away from my value of my collection, which is really kind of just, I don't know, it's just selfish to me.
Yeah, and the thing about having the value of the collection, I look at my collection. Yeah, it's a monetary value. The value is the fun I've had with the collection. Yep. The fun I have with the game. So you can't hurt my value of my collection by reprinting more games, giving somebody else the chance to have the same amount of fun. I mean, it's like it's the same way, and I know Tay know it's the same way with shoes.
You said what now?
It's the same way it goes with shoes. Most of the time, Jordans come out like every 10 years, the same ones.
Yep.
Or every 5. And people buy them every time.
I say they right here, Jordan, right here, Hey, the Chicago's, and you know what? I overpaid a little bit because I got a big foot and then scalpers, but still, you know what you're gonna get. I mean, these shoes still cost a pretty penny. I mean, it just mostly with everything, but since we're talking about video games, I think it's pretty cool that you can get, and the game was like I think $70 with tax, $75. I'd rather pay that than pay that $150, $175 for for that game. And then what most people gonna be getting them, they're gonna be just trying to put them on eBay and stuff. I was like, whatever. So crazy. It's so freaking crazy, man. Just like, ugh. But yeah, then we're gonna see what people talk about here in the chat. Thank y'all so much for in the chat. We got a question in the chat, and I know Mega's gonna go off on So,
oh boy,
here we
clean my
go.
glass real quick.
Kazim Kazi 118 said DKOs are scammers with their prices. All right, man.
Them big facts
about this. I know you want to talk about them. Go for it. This is all you.
What was the name of that person again?
Kamikaze.
Yo, big fast kamikaze. But yeah, and just like your name says, I'm about to go kamikaze on them real quick. But but no, real talk though. Like I've been aware of DKODs for about probably a little like over 3 years or something like that. And I used to buy. I think they had like repro cases you can buy for like Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games, stuff like that. So I bought like 3 of them, and I found another source and started buying them from there. But I really noticed in the past, I want to say 6 or 8 months, in terms of like their pricing and stuff for just a lot of their games, it's been kind of off the walls, man. Especially with like a lot of their bundles. Like they got this thing called it's called system player packs, right?
I seen
that.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Yeah, essentially what it is just like you have like a PS2 or PS1. It's the system, the controller, the cables, all the stuff that you would get, to play it out the box, right? Mm-hmm. But there's a huge price disparity between how much they're selling them for and how much you can get it from like a retro game store or like eBay or Mercari, anything like that. Like they were selling a GameCube player pack. It's the silver platinum system, right? Mm-hmm. It was that, 2 controllers. And the games it came with was Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart Dash. They were selling that joint for $3.99. I'm scratching my head like, what the? Huh? Like, did I miss something there? Like, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, let me check my Palm Pilot real quick. Let me go on to Macari real quick and make sure that I'm not tripping. Hold on. I'm showing my age right there, but let me check this real quick. So I'm like, bro. Looks like they don't know what they talking about. So I was just looking at more stuff they had on there, like PS2s, Dreamcast, stuff like that. Everything that you could like think of in terms of, like system wise. Like when I bought my GameCube, it was in the box, all the original manuals, all that stuff. Bought it from a vendor at Retropalooza for like $110 cash, right? Yeah. And then that was less than like a year ago, and now I'm seeing damn near what? A 200% markup on everything else that I bought. So, and the crazy thing is, I also went on their website to see like how their trading values is. I'm like, all right, so they're selling the systems or games for this much. Let me at least see what they got on the trading system, because that's you can really get them right there and see how much they're trading stuff in for. I went on the GameCube list because that's like majority of games I have. They were the trading value for Def Jam Fight for New York. Oh, it was 110. I was like, all right. Trading value, that seems pretty reasonable. Yeah. But then I looked at how much they're selling that joint for. They're selling it for, if you want the game by itself, just the disc, they're selling it for hold on. Let me bring it up real quick. I want to make sure I ain't tripping, to make sure they ain't changing prices if somebody listens to this right now. Hold on, let me check this real quick.
Then we got what you want to get to in a minute.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. They selling it for the disc by itself for $249.99.
What?
And if you want the case, the game, and the manual, that's gonna be $289. So yeah, you can trade it into them for about 110, but they're gonna slap that mother with an additional 140% price tax increase, and they selling it right back to the consumer for about triple the price. So yeah, it's crazy with them, man. It's crazy with them.
So Justy View says, wouldn't reprints attract more people to the hobby, which in turn make more collectors? So is value. He says, so the value is the value. That is pretty good, because collecting is a weird hobby. I've been collecting all my life, but since I was about 15, really. And till I got to Texas, I didn't really know it was like you can meet up with other people and talk about collecting. So I just got into really hardcore collecting, probably 2016, 17. And oh my goodness. And what he was talking about, you know what? I don't think it will attract more people, but I think it will get the word out of like collect. I think water will get more people in trying to collect than anything. But anything to put, stuff on the market or put anything on a hobby is pretty good. Like I said, I'm glad they did the reprint, because those games, especially Attack on Titan 2, I went to my local store and I love them, but that game's still like $200 in their case and nobody's touching it. You know, I thought about touching. I was like, I can trade some for it. I said, let me just hold out, and then they did a reprint of it. I said, oh snap, let me do. It's a lot of people are doing like a lot of reprints now. NIS or NES America just did a reprint. I got a game. Blind, what was it, the Liar Prince or the Blind Prince? I gotta look at that game, but it's a weird name, but it's a fun game because I played it, and it's basically you, this blind prince, and this princess is taking you around trying to get all these little puzzles. It's a short game. I didn't finish it, but in that big sale I did 2 years ago, that game went with it. So it's the Liar Princess and the Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. Okay, there we go. That game in the big box is over $300. And then NIS on their website say, hey, we're gonna release some more copies. Man, I snatched that thing up so quick because it's on the Switch. And it's so crazy. Switch games go through the roof now.
Yeah.
They
don't lose the value either on them.
Yep, that's true.
Like Breath of the Wild still selling for what, to full price, right? In GameStop or
Nintendo is not dropping no game.
Hey, look, like the analogy
past $40, they ain't dropping no game.
Hey, look, the analogy for Nintendo is I don't blame you for thinking like this. It's like when you go to a 5-star restaurant, you expect to get like a 5-star meal, right?
Yeah.
So Nintendo's logic is if you come to the Switch, you expect a 5-star experience, right? So you're gonna be paying that 5-star experience price, bro. Like that's what you'll be I can't hate on them for that either.
You'll be paying the Apple tax.
Amen, brother. You're gonna be playing quality price, and I can't hate on that.
You know what? And I can't hate on that either because people will pay the Nintendo tax. The first party Nintendo games. Why do they need seriously? Why on the physical games? Why do they need to drop it? People gonna buy regardless. Look at Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart 7 is still Mario Kart 8. All right, Deluxe. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 and 7 is still too, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe they still bundle that game, and you go on digitally, that game is still what, $49 or $59?
Yeah.
Come on,
good deal you catch for 50.
Come on. What is going on with Nintendo? They can do it though, but because people gonna buy it because the Switch is selling. That's why they ain't bringing a new Switch out. Why they need to bring another Switch out? The only people complaining about one of the new Switches is us who do this, YouTube and all this other kind of stuff. Man, my little cousin, my little nephew, he don't care about no another Switch. I gave him some Switch games that boy over Christmas. Man, that dude flipped out. He didn't say nothing about no graphics. He didn't say about frames per second. He took them games, gave me a hug, and played them things all day long. And he had a Switch Lite. You think
how it should?
Yeah, these kids do not care. The only people who care about new Switches and all this stuff is people who make content or like older people like us who are like unsatisfied. I need something else. Calm down. Play what you got. That's crazy. I'm a collector. Say play what you got, and I get more stuff every day.
I think one thing for us doing it like that is also like coming from 8-bit to 16-bit. Now every time something comes out, we like, well, I want to see what it look like now. Does it look better? So I got to get it just to see if it look better.
And you know what? And us guys too. We guys. We love to get new stuff. You know. We gotta get the big TV. We gotta get the newest system. It's a guy thing, you know. It's just like that's how we are, you know. When we collect, that's why you don't never see ladies arguing over no darn games. You rarely see that. I don't care. It don't have to be a game for a woman. You rarely see a female, a lady, fussing over game. All you do see is grown men and on Facebook or somewhere else talking about, oh, this game here, and it's so childish. It's so crazy. It's so silly. I guess it'll take us into our next topic, the negativity, the negative folks in the retro community. Oh my goodness. We're not going to touch on too much, but just being black men in the retro community, we already know our share about that. And we can go on another podcast about that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to just say the stuff that we've seen all the time. The day I tweeted, and I found it was like a little joke meme, but it really kind of told about how the retro community really kind of is, and well, not is, but the retro community on social media. I think that's the problem. I see a lot of people who talk about it. RGP made a great video about it. Shout outs to him. Shout out to him. He did a really great job about it. But what gets me is this undying thirst to like be better than somebody else instead of enjoying what you have. It's like you can't collect. When I first started collecting, I got caught up in it too. I had to detach myself away from it. It's only in these private Facebook groups, the social media on Twitter, these little back channels, all these people who don't have profile pictures, who don't get like about 10 followers, talking crazy. It's just this constant negativity. Like, if you don't collect like me, then you're not a real gamer. What the heck is you're not a real gamer? That is so asinine. You're not a real gamer. I know what a fake gamer is, but I'm talking about like a real gamer. I guess I can go back to ask my own question, but shouldn't this right here be about just having fun? I mean, nobody tells nobody how to collect, but like I bet like some people probably lost their mind and I'll open this up right here. Seriously, like, the value of it. No. Yeah. It's like,
oh man,
I can talk about that all day. And I had really, for my own mental health, and that's why I love the block button. If I see somebody being negative to somebody else, I will go and block them. I don't want that negativity. It's so much negativity. It's like you can't even have opinion about something, and you got negative people coming at you about different things. What I think it drives this stuff is the insecurity. Number one is insecurity, because they like insecure about, oh, my collection is bigger, or my collection is better, or my collection is worth more. And really, that's what it is. It's just like, oh, nobody talks about stuff like that. It's just like, anyway, let me get off. Let me get everybody to say, Life Tay, what are you talking about? What do you want to think about? Talk about that. Like, look at MEC Murray. He said back then, no one called us gamers. Yeah, they called us nerds.
Yeah,
called us nerds, losers, virgins, every name under the sun, bro. Like, I'm there.
Hey, I'm gonna show my age on this one. My grandmother would not let me hook up a Nintendo to her color TV because she thought the TV she thought the Nintendo would mess up the TV.
It was gonna burn in.
It's gonna burn up. Yeah, you can't turn because I want to see my stories. I want to see my stories. Now, in the Black community, y'all, we call it stories. Every grandmother, if you go to your grandma's house, that's what you do. Your mom will drop you off over your mom or her mom has your grandma's house. You'll take what you got with you, but don't you dare touch your grandma TV when the stories come on, or you would get your butt whooped. My stories. And it was only one TV back in there, y'all. And it had that dial you got to turn, or you had to get up, or you was the remote. I was the remote. It was like, go change the channel. Get up and go walk and change the channel. That's how it was in our community. But anyway, I'm sorry I tell you, I had to go off on that one.
No, man.
Talk about this negativity.
I feel like it's man, the pressure is real. Sometimes when you're collecting and you're around other people that have big collections, this make you feel like, oh, you like you said, you're not a real gamer because you don't have this much or that much. But I'm like, brother, I buy and collect what I want to play. It's not just for me just buying. If you get something, obviously, if you see something for a steal, and we know the value, we've been around the gaming community long enough, you're gonna buy it, right? I like expensive things. Who doesn't like expensive things? But to tell me,
wait a minute, hold on, Tay. You don't like expensive stuff?
I would say, ooh.
Wait, no, y'all see him. Hey, every post. Hey guys, I'm Tay. Guess what? I got $5,000 shoe.
Hey, don't ask that man to show his shoe collection. You know, I don't like expensive things. It's like,
I thought I
like to live in somebody else's house then, because brother, that ain't making no sense.
That Switch kiosk in the background kind of expensive, Mr.
No, it wasn't. It was free.
He found that GameStop dumpster diving. Did you see that video, man?
I ain't dumpster dive. Actually, I got it from a store that closed down here. That was free.
Free. Oh man.
Yeah, that's another story for that time. I tell you that, man. Hey, I be on search for those things, man. That's what I'm saying. I guess my collecting is kind of changing, and because I think you can get games anywhere, but I like to get like kiosks and other stuff like that. But yeah, Tay likes the finer things in life, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he does.
I do. But I
Just
do
like-
have a genre of collection of things I like playing. I love the anime. I love the Dragon Ball Z. I love the Pokemon stuff. Even though they kind of let me down on the Scarlet and Violet, I think Arceus was a way better game. But that's another topic, like you said. I don't know, but just video games. Yeah, there's just in the retro community. If you're not careful, like you said, you have to be on that block button because it's like.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a hobby and it's your opinion. If I don't like a game, don't crucify me for that. Or like the Analog Pocket. I just made a video the other day and I just see beer, thumbs down, and you don't know what you're talking about. In my opinion, I know you had a Pocket from when it came out, Mr. Right Way, right?
Yeah.
And in my opinion, if I have the original hardware and I put them beside each other, I'd rather play it on that. That's just my opinion.
And you have your right to have that opinion. And from my point of view, from my life, I think all of us can agree that being men of color, that we get 10 times more of the hate if we have our own opinion, or we stand up for something. And the negativity is worse, even that for women, it seems like that's how it is. And it's sad, but I just kind of brush it off. But when I first started doing it, I was like, man, this is weird. I don't know what. It made me lash out, made me, just going back and fighting somebody on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but Facebook. I just had to cut that for my own mental health. That's why I said your block button is a friend for your own mental health. Before we get some more stuff, Morris Garage, Black Ranger, you got to sing a Michael Jackson tune or something like that.
I saw that come up. I mean, the man, the myth, the legend, Mort knows I'm a huge MJ fan. If you could see it right there, I mean, that's all MJ stuff. Dude. Other than my cigar that's sitting right there. I collect MJ stuff like games. But if I sang an MJ song, everyone will leave the podcast immediately. Ain't nobody standing around for that. But
someone's asking you to sing, brother. Sing a Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you gotta sing,
man.
Thank you, Adrian, for the $1. I appreciate that.
Let's see what we want to say. I mean, we talking about this, so I mean,
let's talk about
why is it so much negative? Why so much negativity? Tell them that it's human nature. Why is it doing that way? I mean, that's just what it is.
That's great.
For every bit of light, there's gonna be a bit of darkness. So the more positivity and stuff we put out there, it's gonna be negativity. It's gonna be haters. People gonna hate regardless. The most fun I have playing games is games I know I'm trash at, and then people be on the mic like, "This dude is trash," and I'll be like, "I know, but it's so fun because when I kill you and you say I'm trash, then you still died from a trash dude." Like
that's why I do not.
What about you?
I do not. You know what? I stopped playing online years ago. I'm talking about like 2010, Xbox 360 era. I don't play online. I don't play online no more. I do not, just because my patience is very thin. I'm a Leo, and I know that I will go off in a minute. I know myself, and I don't like people to say stuff. I mean, I got better now, but I know my mouth, and me doing this right now, I can't be going off like I used to. I can't. So I'm not going to let nobody take me there. And I just I'd rather block it or not even participate in it. Mega, what you think about it? And also, Mort said you did a great impression. That's a great impression. Look at that. Look at Denise saying, look, she said, yes. Look at that. She got yes with the long S. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. That boy good. That boy good.
That was immaculate.
But Megan, what you think about this? What you think about it, bro?
The thing about me is like in gaming in general. I mean, what's the one thing we all play games for? Is to have to unwind, have fun, right? Mm-hmm. Play with most of our friends, family, have a good time. It's a form of escapism, right?
Yeah, especially
the fact
fighting.
that
oh my goodness, love me some fighting.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Stress relief,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly. And the thing about like, especially what I've been seeing from the retro gaming community, it's like, yeah, like we're all passionate about collecting games we all grew up on, especially now that we have disposable income, as we're adults, we want to go back and relive a lot of those moments that we had like from our childhood, and just seeing how some people are just kind of vitriolic, just depending on like type of stuff you play, you collect. especially like those people who were like, "Oh, I see you got a GameCube collection. Are you going for a full set of PS2 collection? You go for full set?" And my answer is, "Nah, man, because I'm only collecting stuff that I don't want to play, and I really have no interest in doing that because there's only so many copies of Backyard Baseball that I can stand seeing in a pawn shop or stuff like that." And then well, you're not a real collector. It's like you get the whole North American full set and all this other BS and stuff. And I'm like, man, it doesn't really take rocket science to know that this stuff is just all for fun. I mean, we're born in this world pretty much nothing. We're gonna leave all this stuff behind. So the only thing I want to get out of is just having as much fun as I can while I'm here. I'm here for a good time, hopefully a long time, for the best of all this stuff. So that's my look on it, man. It's just we gotta enjoy the stuff that we already have, and we just gotta, stop pressuring people to fit into a certain mindset that you want them to have, especially when it comes to retro collecting, because yeah, man, like this hobby is for everybody. And if anybody is new to it, wants to get in, be more appreciative. They want to learn about some of the stuff you do, because back in our day, I'm pretty sure you guys already know, especially like in like middle school, high school, elementary school, stuff like that, it was being made fun of for like having like the Pokemons, the Metal Gear and stuff like that. And now you look at gaming now, it makes more than every other industry on this planet, and it's just so much accepted now. So I'm like, if we made it to the point that where this medium can be accepted by everybody, hey, you gotta pretty much let everybody into the medium as well too, man. Like let everybody prosper. If it's something new to them, hey, let them figure it out and just help them along the way. That's my thing about it, man.
Like coming from Facebook, we got Elliot, my boy Elliot Maples. He's different. He talking about Neo Geo with the little laughing face, and you know what? That's a different community. That's a different type of collecting. I did that before. I'm telling you. My gosh. My goodness. Neo Geo collecting.
You had to have money for that back in the day. I can only imagine.
Yeah, man, you gotta have more money. Yeah,
boy.
I wish I had the dash. I knew a friend back in the day who had the Neo Geo stuff, and he was buying them new games. I'm like, you pay $300 for a game? Shoot, I wish I could pay $300 a game for a nice Neo Geo game now. I mean, a real like Metal Slug or something. Ooh, man.
That's a down payment for a house.
Yeah, hey, the whole Neo Geo collection can buy you probably 2 houses.
This is how I have to enjoy the Neo Geo.
Hey, that's great. That's great.
And there'll be some people out there saying you ain't experiencing the right way. I was like, man, go touch grass, bro. Like, hey, let me have this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man, it's oh my goodness, stuff. It just anyway. So we're gonna go to our next topic, and we're talking about something that I guess I gotta get myself hyped for it. But the Xbox showcase is coming to the end of the month. I think it says on the 25th. Let me make sure that's correct. Xbox and Bethesda showcase is set for January 25th. Reported by my old favorite website, Engadget. I can't believe I still listen to Engadget. But yeah, what do y'all think is going to go on? Who's in the chat? Anybody fans of the Xbox platform right now? I am not a super fan of the Xbox platform right now. I'm I love the Xbox and the Xbox 360 generation. Once they went over to Xbox One, all that mess talking about trading games or sharing games, DRM. Turned me completely back to PlayStation. Completely back. But I don't hate it. It just like, I mean, Game Pass is a freaking amazing, but
I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the show, what they announce. I know everybody's like, oh, Xbox bought out, Ubisoft, and Call of Duty only going to be on Xbox, and because that's the one game that everybody want to play, Call of Duty. And they want to see how long it's going to last. But I'm not too concerned about any of that. I mean, I play Xbox 360 and the original OG Xbox when I want. But most of the time, I'm still playing Nintendo and N64, my favorite console. So to see what they're going to put out, it's going to be funny for me because even being a gamer in my mind, maybe not some other people's mind, but I just – like Megan said, I'm just here to get what I want to play. So if they announce something that I think look cool and I might want to play, I might invest in it. but I'm cheap too. Like super cheap. I don't remember the last time I got a new game. The TMNT Cowabunga collection.
Mhm.
That was the newest thing I got. Outside of that,
What system?
Switch.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And outside of that, it was like, all right, once these prices start dropping on something, or somebody let me know how it is, or I can get it on an emulator, anything like that, I'm gonna play it like that. I do like playing it on the original hardware most of the time, but I got tons of games that I still ain't played through that I'm like, well, I can get to these first and wait for this to drop. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting to see what Xbox put out there. I was never an Xbox fanboy. I just played it when other people had it. I went from Nintendo to PlayStation and just stuck there till Nintendo came back.
I would say my thing is, and I used to be a huge Bethesda fanboy back in the day, pre Fallout 76, before the biggest snake oil salesman in gaming, Pete Hines and Todd Howard. It just works. Yeah, I haven't been the same since.
I wasn't ready for
but-
that. Oh my god!
But I am still somewhat excited to see if they show some more of Starfield, because that's Bethesda's newest IP, and we got like 20-some years.
Yeah.
That was probably the one I'm most excited for. I'm hoping this time around Xbox shows some more of the games they've been working on, like
Redfall.
I know a couple of Redfall, and not even just that.
That look interesting. That does look interesting. Because I love when I see like a black lead like in a character, and like the female in is a black lead. I love to see that just from my point of view. I love to see that, and I was like, oh, just I don't know what the game about. Oh, okay, let me just check it out. You know, that's gonna be pretty dope. You know, and just I love that.
Right, exactly. And then like stuff like that, and like a couple years ago, like they were talking about they're rebooting Perfect Dark. I'm pretty sure you guys heard about that. We haven't heard anything about that like since like 2021. What else? Fable. I love Fable. That was the reason I bought the original Xbox. I think they're going with like some type of development strife or development hell, whatever with that.
Like I was looking over the new Forza.
Yep, the new Forza.
I always enjoy Forza though. Forza has always been like a really, really, really interesting game, like visually, like all of them. I remember the first one blew my freaking mind on the Xbox. I mean, that original heavy Xbox. And I tell you, there's one thing why I got the Xbox, because The Rock endorsed it. And then I was like, oh, this is kind of like stuff Bill Gates is going to do. And I was like a Bill Gates fan. So I was like, let me just buy it. And I had no idea when I bought the Xbox, I was going to buy a new system. I always buy a new system. Then I bought freaking Halo. And I was like, I never stayed up like 20. I know I was up 2 days straight. Seriously. I didn't go to sleep. Just playing it all night. I was like, what? Halo was just, it blew my mind. I had one of those big old TVs that was on the floor. One of the big TVs on the floor.
Oh, yeah. You talking about the one that had the speaker built in and everything?
Yeah, the big one of those. It was like set up ground this high.
Yep.
Then they had just came out with the monster cables to get the high definition. Around that way. Oh,
I remember those.
I was like, I had it drinking this like I was just so like, hey, I was a real gamer. I was like this. I had like pizza and I had Mountain Dew.
Oh man, the Mountain Dew XP codes on Halo 3. Yeah, I remember them. They made a lot of money off of me back then.
Black Ranger, what games you looking for? You say you looking forward to? You think? You say you're not really an Xbox gamer, but
not really. But that Redfall, like you said, I did see a little clip of it, and it looked dope. Like I was like, yeah, I definitely want to see more about this. And it's one of the things like I might have to invest in it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how that looks.
Go on, I'm sorry. You said you might invest in it.
Yeah, I might have to invest in the actual Xbox and the game just to play it. Because
look, let me go and save you some time, brother. Let me flip this right here. I don't have an Xbox, but that thing right there, that PC, that is my Xbox. So yeah, man, you might want to, if you're interested, hey man, I would say go ahead and invest and get yourself a nice PC, man.
And I was just about to say, hey, Daryl was talking about Daryl Best saying Game Pass. Game Pass is amazing, and that's why and I think I'm gonna do a video about it one day. But just telling you right now, I'm not in a rush to buy Series X anymore. I wanted a special edition. No, when I got that Xbox One X Halo edition, dude. Oh my goodness! I mean, I had it before, but it's right over there. I don't want to unhook it, but I got that, and I got Game Pass. I don't need nothing else. I mean, what game really? Tell me the truth. What game right now that's gonna look good right now on having a Series X? I mean, Xbox Series X. It's not that many games to me, and I'm not trying to diss Xbox. It's just like, all right, Xbox is like Game Pass. Why do I need to go buy a new game? But if PlayStation puts something out, if Switch puts something out, I gotta go get it. Especially if Switch puts something out first party, gotta go get it.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like the thing about it is because they're not doing enough exclusives, and in my opinion, I don't know about you guys, but Sony, it seems like Sony and Nintendo have always just been ahead of Xbox. I love the 360. Don't get me wrong. I grew up playing the 360 a little bit, but it was always Nintendo.
360.
My favorite Xbox.
I have one Series X game, and that's Halo. And then you have the Game Pass, like you said. But I mean, like,
did it come with a disc?
Yeah,
I got it with a disc.
Yeah, I got it with a disc.
Which one Halo game you get?
Infinite.
Infinite came with a disc.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually came with a disc. Hey, shout out to Microsoft.
What?
Hey, Sony ain't doing that. They need to learn a thing or two.
That God of War.
Yeah, that God of War. God of War Horizon.
God of War Horizon ain't putting disc in the gas no more. That's crazy though. We need to talk about that, man. Like that's good. That's a good thing, man. Talk about what about these new special editions? God, that was on my mind too. Are special editions even worth getting now? I mean, really seriously. I finally got the God of War. Is a Ragnarok edition. I got the one with the roll box. So I guess that's the one with the soundtrack and everything.
Yeah.
But it's really discouraging when you don't get a disc. But I always think too, like games like God of War and Horizon, I mean, those games gonna be on sale in 2-3 years, so you can put a disc with it. So I guess that's in mind, but still, you get a download code, which is great because PlayStation re-download stuff is good, especially like Xbox is really good. I still download 360 stuff, but these special edition games, are they really worth it anymore? I'm looking at some of my stuff. Like I love statues. I know Mega, he loves statues. Mega loves statues. I know Black Ranger, he got, he gonna put the statues in his new bar when he be building and stuff, Hey, look, he got all the bar back there, boy. That's this grown man TV right there, man. I like grown man TV. I think, and Tay, I know he collects it, and most of us who watch and do stuff, we are collectors. But I want to get y'all information, I want to get y'all opinions. We from the South. I'm from the South. I'm gonna say y'all. I want to get y'all opinion about it. And anybody in the chat, let me know. Is special editions worth it? Starting out, Black Ranger, is special edition games worth it?
I feel like they're only worth it if you're a fanboy of that special edition. So, like, even with the TMNT Cowbun collection,
I went and got it.
I was like, I want to get it, and I watched the review of it, and I was like, it definitely looks cool. But do I want to pay $100 more just to have those few extra trinkets or the big box? And I kind of still did.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't feel like it. So I feel like it's only worth it for the person. You can't say if it's worth it for somebody else. I could say which ones I would feel are worth it for me. So especially with everything being downloads now, which is still mind-boggling to me. I'm like, I ain't got enough memory on my system to download nothing else. I'm saying so.
I would have said that, but it's so real though. I felt that too. I looked like I had it. I had that big like, you need to delete a game. I'm like, why? Like I was like, that hurt. That really hurt. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, and that's one of the things that's keeps me playing retro, because every time I turn on my full or any modern system, is like, oh, you gotta download this update, but you gotta delete this. You gotta delete something off here so you can be able to just play the system. I'd be like, man, let me go play Super Mario 3 real quick. But Like I say, it's all in. The value is worth it to the person.
Yeah.
So if they put it out there, if you can afford it and you want it, it look nice, grab it. Because I'm still in my mind, I'm like, if I can find that TMNT special edition for the Cowboy Collection, I'd still get it eventually. And I have to do it the right way. Everybody who watched the channel knows that the right way.
Right.
That's the only way to do it.
The only way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's some trades or something, I can take a bunch of stuff to GameStop and trade and get it for free, pretty much. And that's something I would look to do. So,
and like Mike said here, Mike Sanchez on Facebook, he says true, but some collector's editions come with digital now, like we was talking about the God of War Horizon. So no more physical like God of War and the new Resident Evil 4. The Resident Evil 4 is going to be different because it's GameStop exclusive, and they always get a stupid statue that's not worth anything, but it is like Leon's statue. And the statues, is it me or now these plastics that they use stink?
Yep.
I
noticed.
Smell to it. I'm like, stink smell, just horrible. You know, just I don't like that. You know. Like console collector said, no physical game, just a code. I know, and I hate it. Like in this generation, we're not getting more physical. They just taking that out and give you the code, which is.
I have a question for you guys. I feel like, not to cut you off, Mr. Right Way. I feel like, do you guys feel digital should be cheaper than the physical copy?
It should, hell yeah.
Right? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I think it should be $10 to $15 cheaper. I think so. $10 to $15. That's why they're trying to really push us to this new digital. And like old heads like us, we don't want to go. We just kicking and screaming. But you know what? I take it back because the Steam Deck. My Steam Deck. If they start having sales like the Steam Deck be having sales, I'll welcome digital all day long.
Good point.
I said, tell you some of the places to go buy some games on digital. And there's so many different places where you can buy digital games. I was like, I bought every fighting game I want, and I spent less than like $60. I said, and I was like, oh, this is something gonna be so good, and it was. And they played perfect on the Steam Deck. I'm like Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Marvel's Capcom Infinite, Marvel's Capcom 3, just different games. I'm like those sales, and then when the holiday sales be kicking in, like the New Year's, Christmas Day, all those sales, you gotta like hold your wallet. Like I better not buy no more games. Now Nintendo and Xbox start doing that, and PlayStation. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, they started doing that. The Black Friday sales was really good on digital. I ain't gonna lie. PlayStation Black Friday Day sales were good. Because what I did, this is a little trick I do. If I don't want to buy a game, I'll go and like put it in my cart or favorite. And then whenever it goes on sale, it'll let me know. And I was like, oh, you know, welcome to the email. We'll go buy this game. Especially on the PlayStation app. The PlayStation app, like, hey, your favorite game is on sale. You might want to go. I'm like,
you get wish list notifications.
Dude, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna buy this.
I didn't even know it did that. I thought it was just a Steam thing.
Yep, it does. It does that.
Yeah,
you putting me on game now.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, you on that PlayStation? That PlayStation app is dangerous, bro. Because I go in their favorite games, or you put you know what's so good about it, you can start downloads with the PlayStation app, right, or the Xbox app too. You can start to download. Now, what I do like on the Xbox, speaking of the app, the Xbox app, like the game capture on the Xbox is fantastic. I love it. It's so easy. You can do it on PlayStation, but it's so easy on Xbox. You play a game online, you capture it. Because I was playing Killer Instinct, I was getting these dumb combos. I was like, what the heck is this? And I had to save it to my phone, make great content creation. Oh my goodness.
I don't know if y'all PC game, but those Steam sales, if consoles ever start doing stuff like that, hey. Yeah, I fully embrace digital, man, because the Capcom recently had like a sale on like a lot of like Resident Evil games, Street Fighter, stuff like that. I bought 15 games and spent less than $60 on them. So I'm like, that's going in the backlog too, but at least I got them.
Yeah, you got to get them quick too. You're like, man, and the sale be like 2 weeks. You still be like, man, I got to get this thing before the sale go off. And there's so many good stuff on there, man. It's oh my goodness.
Exactly. Digital has a place in my heart too. It does. It really does. But it should be cheaper than physical. But I'm loving the digital too because of the Steam Deck. It really put me on, I think.
Yeah, I think with collector's edition, like, and to add to Mr. Wrightwood's point, yeah, when I had the Ragnarok collector's edition, and the fact that I got a code, I'm like, wait a minute, I spent 200. Cause I got the one that was in like the blue and black box, right? I spent $200 on this thing, and I'm like, damn, like y'all gonna cheap out on me enough so I put this in here is like, and that's the thing, cause like the game, the collector's it came with a steel book, right? And I'm like, what the hell is a steel book for if I got no disc? I mean, it's just a slip cover in there. So I'm like, so I got a steel book that clearly has inserts for a disc, but I got no disc to put it in. He's like, well, if you want the disc, better go buy a second copy. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what y'all want me to do. Y'all want me to buy a loose copy off somewhere so I can. I see what you're doing. But yeah, that's my like little annoyances. Just nowadays, physical collection editions come with like digital codes. So
okay, so that's really annoying. So that's a real negative annoying part about it. But what did you? I haven't opened mine yet. What did you think about the build quality? Because you probably can talk about this. You've been getting a lot of special editions. What about the build quality of some of the special editions you've been getting?
I think with me, like the most recent one I got was the Elden Ring Collector's Edition. The build quality on that one was actually pretty decent. What I've noticed is the one I got before that, it was the Resident Evil Village Collector's Edition, right? Yeah, I think the manufacturers they changed the manufacturer build plants because before COVID happened, a lot of them were based in like Tijuana or someplace like that, or like off the coast of like China. And now since a lot of the factories closed down, they had to reallocate a lot of the material they used to build that to a different factory. So in the last 2 years, specifically this year, I've noticed the build qualities on the statues I got, either they were not as sturdy or they had that smell you was talking about. There's like a distinct smell to it.
Yeah.
That, or it's like there's like some weird warping with the plastic. Like I don't have it out in the box now, but with what is this? Oh, with the that will Ragnarok, the hammer that comes with it, right? On the bottom part of the hammer, it's like a weird indent in the bottom of it. And then if I like push my finger a little closer into it, I can kind of like bend in the plastic that's around it, stuff like that. So like from my experience, collection editions in terms of just the build quality has gone down some over the years, and I've only noticed it since that change for the manufacturer plant. So I mean, it might just be me, but you know, I have a whole bunch of statues, and I've only noticed that started to happen like I said, like this year or last year. So it's kind of annoying spending premium dollar and you're getting like a knockoff Dollar Tree type toy at this point. So I'm like, man, what's even the point of me buying this stuff, man? I might as well just wait to buy it off of second hand from somebody and save a couple of dollars. So I'm just more frugal on what I buy collection editions.
I don't feel like it's just video games either. It's everything that has a big audience behind it. They're just cheaping out. Sneaker quality is getting not as good as it was back in the 90s.
Oh, I'm sure.
Video games they're not the same. They're cheaping out on giving you this. Not even giving you disc anymore. Like,
I don't know if you guys noticed, but even the you could probably try this out too. Like if you get like a PS4 game case from like 2014 or 15,
they got winter.
Yep, and compare it to one of the ones that came out like this year, last year.
The plastic
is lighter. It's lighter, like you can hold up to the light, and it's like these are original cases. You can tell. I can tell by the smell. That's crazy, huh? I can tell by the smell, right? Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, it's original PlayStation 4. But no, you can tell because like the blue is like super duper. I thought I was the only person who noticed that.
Oh, I noticed it.
So. It's like this. It's like a blue. Just be like, oh, this blue is like, it's lighter, and also too on the edges, it's like more curved. It's not as boxy, you know. It's like more curved. That's crazy that I noticed that. You noticed that too, huh?
Yeah, I noticed that, and then like even the build quality, you just like kind of squeeze them together. Like the newer ones is looser from what I've been seeing. So it's just I can just tell all around like they're just cheapening out on everything. I mean, I guess that's why they're putting in digital codes and collector's edition, but hey, they're getting their money one way or another. So what do I know?
It started when they got rid of manuals. That hurt me to my soul.
Oh yeah.
Oh, goodness. Who's hurting soul, man?
Like I had a video where I talked about it, and it was some game I got. And I was like, it has a manual, you guys. Like, there's a manual in here. It was just something about always opening the game and being able to flip through the book, especially if it was a thick manual. You'd be like, I got all this. Now you open the disc and you see all the codes on the back of artwork. Like, oh, you can go here and look at the manual. I gotta download the manual and the game.
Oh yeah, download.
It ain't nothing like down. You know what? It ain't like downloading game facts back in the day. You know,
Ooh,
remember that?
that was my Bible. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a Bible. I had a
Mhm.
special binder for my game facts stuff. I'm like, hold on, what game I'm playing? All right, I need this. Load that joker up. Go to the library in the school because you have to pay for it. And like, let's print these out for me. I mean, come on, just print these out for me. All right.
I still got my original documents right here for them. all printed from 2004 to 2008.
Man,
still got them.
Man, game facts game facts. Is game facts still around?
Yeah, they're still around.
But the people don't use them off like them more.
Oh no, they don't. I mean, nowadays people just go on like, why read something? We just watch the video. I mean, at some point I understand that. So
yeah,
there's so many videos you can just go and see what to do instead of reading about it.
Man, I'm telling you, like, look, the Queen, what's up, Queen? She up in here, like I said, it's Real Talk 100. Yeah, it's just like, man, oh my God, so many things that we missed back in the day with the retro stuff. I mean, just like good quality boxes. Like it really has like since what this, I want to say Super Nintendo era, even like when Genesis started to like make it to those games, the cardboard boxes was just terrible, because that's really what I love about Genesis. This is why I compare like Genesis was like that gritty, that dark, like we shouldn't be playing these games, but it had like it really was like
it was
Nintendo was like, hey, this is we pretty, you know, here you go, look at our pretty little box. We're not standing straight up. We want a little sideways, you know, like look at this right here. And we got the real nice crispy manual. Jens had that bill that you drop it on the ground, step on it against work, you know. It was just tough. Even though cartridges were still tough though, but man, I just missed that. Yeah, right. It just that slowly. When Genesis started doing black and white manual, I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Because when you saw a black and white manual, like Nintendo did that mess too. I remember one time, this really pissed me off one time. I went to buy, and it was secondhand, Turtles in Time. Now, a lot of people don't know Turtles in Time, they have a manual that's in black and white. Like when and it's a variant. So, but I think it's at the last when they start selling so many. I guess that was the player's choice. But anyway, the last few copies or the runs of Turtles in Times on PS4, I mean Super Nintendo, the dang cartridge, not cartridge, but the manual was black and white. I was like, I ain't written no game. I want my color manual. So I had to go back up to the store and be like, hey, what's the color manual to this? I really want this. They had it back there, but you look on it, I think it had a different color. I don't know, but it was a legit black and white manual. It was thinner too. It was super thin because the color manual was thick. It was really thick. It was really nice. And it was just like, I want this right here. I want it all. That's what I was back in the day, still collecting stuff. I think I had got it from this place. I got my original copy from like Sears back in the day. Sears. Ooh. If you know about Sears, hit me up in the chat. Hey, get thumbs up. You know about Sears.
That Sears catalog, boy. I tell you, I lived on that. Me and my brothers.
Boy,
every Christmas.
That was the greatest thing ever. I was circling my games what I want, toys and stuff. Like, let me get this. Let me get that. The Sears and JCPenney catalog together. When they had that holiday, when that holiday book came around Thanksgiving. Boy,
you circling everything.
Boy.
Like, I want this. I want that. Well, I definitely want that. Yeah, I want everything. Everything's catalog got to offer.
You guys ain't got Sears out there no more?
No, we ain't got Sears. All got torn down.
We got Sears over here. Down here.
Well, you in Canada, y'all got everything still.
Y'all got Toys R Us, don't y'all?
They got Toys R Us.
We don't got Target though. We don't got Target no
Jeffrey. Y'all still got Jeffrey.
They still got Radio Shack probably.
No. We ain't got Radio Shack.
I would say I don't think they last out that long. Hold on, now. There's only so much magic they can work, but they ain't Jesus.
Yeah, this is our first episode, man. We'll try to do this weekly, and we appreciate everybody jumping in tonight. You know, it's really good. We're just trying to do this once a week. Just one new thing I want to get like-minded people together. When we have more guests every week, we'll try to just do this thing once. I mean, the plan is every Friday night right after SmackDown, because I gotta watch my wrestling. Gotta watch wrestling. gotta watch SmackDown, and we're going right live right after SmackDown between 9 and 9:30. We'll hit that sweet spot. We're gonna try to get in and just have fun and talk about topics and take questions and stuff like that. Just something I wanted to do and bring new to the channel, introduce you to some up and coming creators, some of my friends who are doing the same thing I'm doing, and just say, hey, let's get it done. And I'm still trying to find a name for this. I say, I guess I guess the Right Way Podcast, but it's just so bland. I want something different. But so if and later on, I don't know if it's going to stick, but we'll see. This is just the first episode. We got a lot of things to work out, but we're doing it. Hope y'all let me know what y'all think about it. What else, everybody? We're talking about LC Grant. How you doing? And he said, J. Rob, he said, love when brother, I like this brothers connect. Yeah, I love it too, man. Love it. I've been wanting to do this. It's been on my mind for the last year and a half, 2 years. And it's been on my mind a while. So to say, hey, finally can get it done and let's do it. All right, guys, what have y'all been playing this week? Black Ranger, start out. What have you been playing?
Man, I've been playing a lot of Bejeweled on my phone.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
What? Hold on, let me go. You're not a real guy.
Nah, what's funny is, like I said, I played so much retro that I've been playing through a lot. I've been testing out a lot of the games I've been getting. One through Video Games Monthly. I try
big shout out. They support the channel too. They've been helping out.
Oh yeah, definitely. So every month when I get my games, I play through as much of it as I can. So I've been playing through Ghosts and Goblins.
You all right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. Ghosts and Goblins on NES. I know I know that's why you got all them drinks back there. You might have a couple after that.
It's gonna be spirits in one way or another, whether it's here or the game.
I love it. I love that. That was on point.
Yeah, but I've been playing through that, and then I've been playing through a lot of. Since I'm going for a complete N64 set right now, I got a ton of games at the convention I went to last week with Marcus of Video Games Votary, and I've been testing them out because when I actually.
Haven't been on the podcast tonight, but we'll let him know he went to sleep on us. But he gonna be
he did.
He gonna be on there. His brother went to sleep on us. I told everybody that he could sleep. So yeah, Marcus, you sleep. You missed out.
But yeah, that's what I've been mainly playing. Playing through a lot of them, and I always go back to I'm trying to beat Ocarina of Time again. From when I beat it from childhood, once I finally got it again, I was like, I'm playing through it. And then I keep stopping. Between Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild, I'm like this close to the end of both of them.
Man, I stand on this. The 3DS version is the most complete and best version of the game.
Yeah, true.
It is so good.
I still like the commercial for it with Robin Williams and his daughter Zelda.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was a great one. That was a great commercial.
I probably saw it, but I don't remember it. Don't let me get on 3DS, y'all, because I could talk forever. 3DS is, oh my God, I love 3DS. 3DS, you need to collect it now. Collect the 3DS. But anyway, I hope I finish my set this. I'm gonna finish. I just gotta find some games.
How much you have left?
I think like 80 games left now.
Oh, we still got a bit ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look who did the big super chat. Mondo Max coming in right here with the nice super chat. Thank you, sir. $10.
Shout out Mondo.
He just want to come in and say hi. I can't say I got up super early, but the good luck on the first episode podcast. Oh, thank you. Oh, very much, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
Arigato.
Mm-hmm.
He said, somebody said the chat. They said the chat should be called the Right Way Four-Way Stop. We're gonna have more people than 4 on here this next time. But yeah, that's a good one. And who was playing? DJ No Good. He says J-Rod definitely Shredder's Revenge, Blaster Master Trilogy, Midnight Suns. Tay, what have you been? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I can't play card games, even though it's a Marvel. I don't have the patience. I don't have patience for card games. That's nothing. No. I gotta get in, get out, go do my games. If I'm gonna sit down, I gotta play. You know what, y'all? I say right now, I still ain't beat the original God of War yet on PlayStation 4. I still need to beat it. It's so fun. It's so, oh my God, the game is so fun. but I need to beat it. But Tay, what you playing?
I am playing the new Pokemon Violet. I'm like 40 hours deep in it. I like the Switch because you can just play it on the go, whatever.
What you playing it on though?
Yeah, I gotta ask. How's your experience been on there? Because
no. He know what I'm talking about. What you playing it on?
On the OLED.
Oh no, ain't no OLED. No.
Yeah, OLED, man. I'm playing on the OLED.
He got something else that he's afraid to show. He's afraid to show it because some Nintendo ninjas might be lurking around. But like, we saw that.
Yeah, we saw that. I saw those Instagram.
We're gonna be at your door. We're gonna be at your door Monday.
It's called it starts with an S and it ends with a D. Steve,
we ain't gonna play. We gonna talk about that right now.
Playing 60 frames per second.
It runs really smooth, you guys. Really smooth.
Look at it. I knew he wasn't saying.
But yeah, I'm running that. I'm running the Final Fantasy 7, the remake on PS5 Integrate. I grew up playing on the original PlayStation, the Final Fantasy 7. It's my favorite Final Fantasy game, and I got peer pressured into playing Chrono Trigger. But on the DS, I'm playing through it right now. But
DS is really good.
Yeah, but do you guys beat that game already? I don't know. I'm getting kind of bored in it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, keep going, man. It's long, but it's good.
Yeah, it's one of those games you'll get your bearings. Like I would say around like the 5-hour mark, at least for me, that's when like a lot of gameplay starts clicking. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a classic. I recommend keep playing that definitely.
Yeah. I'll get through it, but I mean, like going back in time and then going forward and back in time. I don't know. I'm a pick up and play type of guy, so it's like you have to remember what you're really doing in that game, right? Just give it a weekend and get through it. So that's what I'm playing right now. And Metroid Dread a little bit on the, we don't want to talk about it right now, but I'm playing Metroid Dread.
Hey, it looks good. I ain't gonna lie. I got it on mine. I can't show it. I wouldn't show it on like YouTube, but man, Steam Deck, dude, it runs everything good. It runs Switch games. God dang. I'm like, that's what sometimes be making me mad about Nintendo. They know they can like push stuff out what they want. They being like, and then you gotta hack your stuff or hack something and do it yourself.
Not jailbreak it.
Yeah, you got to. Somebody say with the next podcast, we're aiming for every Friday night after SmackDown. So 9:00 Central. Most people time is 10:00 Central, so that's when we're going. But yeah, Black Ranger, what you playing? I mean, Mega, what you playing?
Well, for me, I've recently been playing God of War Ragnarok. Been loving that. I recently beaten Platinum Horizon. It took me damn near all year to finish that, but that was a slog in itself. And I'm just going back through my backlogs because some of you guys may already know, like my Switch collection, a lot of these games still sealed, man. I'm like, you know what? And this year, I promised myself I was going to play through and beat all these joints. So I started out with Luigi's Mansion 3. I actually just opened this up about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I'm about 90% done. I'm actually might plan on finishing this tonight, but I'm having fun on that. And I also been playing a little bit of this, but don't judge me. This Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. My fiance got it to me for the culture, so but I play it for the casino and nothing else. But yeah, I play
picture mode.
There's a reason I keep my door closed at night. I'm like, okay, nobody's here. All right, I'm good. But no, just really enjoying God of War Ragnarok, playing through a lot of my backlog collection. I promised myself before Resident Evil comes out, that's going to be the next big game I buy. Not sure about Dead Space. Before that comes out, I'm trying to take care of at least 60% of my backlog. So that's going to be a promise to myself. Okay. But yeah, I've been playing through lots of games with Ragnarok being the top. So just enjoying being a gamer, man. Oh, you got that controller too? Hey, Steve showed me that while I was in this place too. I'm like, dang, that thing look nice, but I ain't trying to pay like $110 for it now because
I got to pay for it. Did you find? Did you get on?
A little Mega Man.
I want that Mega Man. Hey, tell you how much you pay for it? Did you overpay for it?
No, I got it retail. I actually went in there to do some trades at GameStop, and somebody didn't get their pre-order.
Oh, so that's good.
She's like,
"Oh, nice."
Yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah, that's why I love when people don't pick their pre-orders, man. That controller is so hard. It's still hard to get. I was like, luckily I got my controller. It popped back up on PlayStation, the PlayStation Store. I said, "Ooh, let me get this." It stayed up there 3 days, and then like 3 days it just sold out. I said, "Ooh," because they didn't even like announce it on the internet. It just I just went on there and said, "Controlling stuff." I said, "Oh, let me get it." I love that controller. The controller's nice, but people try to bust your head for that controller, man.
Yep, I do.
I ain't bust my head for no loaf of bread. What
Somebody was trying to sell that joint for $200. I said,
yeah,
well, that's gonna be $200 you can be sitting on because I ain't getting that. Because
but you know what? It probably catch up to it though, for real. If they don't release no more.
That's very true. So
because that's the only controller that they had not released any more of. Every color controller, they may get to 100, but then they release some more. That camo, ugly camo. I hate that. I hate camo. But anyway, that I really hate camo. But that all the controllers they'll sell out and then they replenish them. They replenish that God of War one. I don't know what's. I guess that's sometimes like in my collecting, you got to know when to buy or what to buy. It's not. If you're collecting, it's always kind of going to be a gamble. Cause you're like, man, should I buy this? And you're like, but I'll get to it. But then later on down the line, like, man, why this game is so much? That's why I say we go back to our original topic. Like reprints are so good for the community. I'm really happy with these reprints. That place in Canada. Excuse me, it's freaking a godsend. And I looked on the back on here, like on this blue reflection. I'm trying to see they say reprint. It still says 2017 on here. So I'm
nice. Still have the original manufacturer date. Okay.
Yeah, it still says original manufacturer. And now I'm looking on the disc. And I haven't looked on. Let me see. On the disc, it said, "Yep, it still says 2017."
Yep,
2017 on here, and then let me see on Attack of Titan 2. What does
you can't even differentiate them anymore either. That's good. See,
now this one says 2018, 2019, but that could be when the game came out, though.
Right.
So yeah,
more than likely.
Another thing is a collector, you got to know what companies will sell out and what's going to be expensive later on back in the day.
Atlas.
Yep.
Atlas,
a lot of Atlas games and NCIS. Yeah, the one Steve talked about earlier. Yeah. Mostly those two will have some very expensive games, like the Persona Royale that came out on Switch, the Steelbook. I've been looking for that. That's been going up in price too. So if y'all find that, y'all might want to cop that.
Which one on PS5?
No, for Persona 5 Royale, the one that they had a re-release for it for Switch. There's Switch. Yeah, there's a Switch version, the Xbox version.
I heard the Switch version was amazing. But
exactly. Yeah, it has a Steelbook, both that and the Xbox version. So if you see the Switch version is already hard to find. So if y'all can find out in the wild and cop that, I was able to get one myself 2 weeks ago.
Hey, most of Mark said NCIS. Hey, he talking about NCIS. There is a 3DS game on there. NCIS has a 3DS game, and it's one of them low print games that people didn't buy. And back in the, I think in the future it may go up, but I don't know if I can grab it out right now because I don't know where it's at. But yeah, when I saw that, I looked like, oh man, you don't see many copies of that game out, But anyway, guys, before we head out, what are your New Year's resolution collecting goals? Let's start out with Black Ranger, then we go to Life of Tate, then we hit Mega ZX, and then I'll let y'all know about mine. Black Ranger, what are your New Year resolution collecting goals?
My collecting goals, as I said, I'm going for the complete N64 collection. So that's my biggest goal, is to complete the collection. I started out very small. I think I had like 26 games when I started, saying I got like one or two of some higher price games already, but I ain't got I ain't got Conker's Bad Fur Day or anything like that. So those are going to be the hard ones to get, but I've been doing it. I've been trying to, mainly do it all through trades. I make sure I went thrifting this morning. I had a doctor's appointment. I was like, oh, I got out of here in 10 minutes. Let me hit this thrift store right here that I ain't been to in like 3 months. Yeah, and they had games, and I was like, I'll buy these and trade them. I might not need them, but I know they'll be good for trade. So I'm looking to do that and really just update my gaming area and get it to where it's comfortable for me, look more fun. That's one of the things about collecting. I think one of the most fun things outside of playing the games is seeing people's reactions when they come in like, oh, I haven't seen this. And Atari 2600 and the 7800, like, man, I haven't seen this forever. Can I play it? Like, that's that's the most fun for me. So
I mean, people want to come play Atari games? No.
Yeah, surprisingly.
That's amazing.
I'm surprised.
But you know what, though? Speaking on that, I have noticed younger collectors get into the hobby going after like Atari games because they're so freaking cheap. They can get like a whole collection for like under $50, you know, and just have that and then build off of that. So I can't, because I don't like Atari or don't really care for it. I can't knock somebody else who's doing it. So because it's like, no matter how you, it's like Kiss. Oh, it's like, well, yeah. I think Chris Yoga said something about Kiss. Is like, no matter where you get in on it, no matter where you came in on the elevator, Kiss it. As long as you get on, stay for the ride, and you go to other stuff. You know, you might come in collecting GameCube, but then you like, I want to see what Nintendo is, or you might come in Atari. Hey, I want to see what television is, or I may want to jump back to PS4. You just never know where somebody's jumping in the collecting hobby, and it's so cool. I love when people jumping in the hobby and like excited, hitting the ground running. Because this is how it is: you get excited, you hit the ground running, spend a little too much money, you slow down, wash, rinse. I think we all know that. Yeah,
Mr. Wright Way gave me some good advice on the Wii U. Stop buying games.
I told him, I said, man, I said, you don't stop buying all these darn games. Yeah, he just buy every day. Said stop. Said stop trying to do what everybody do. Just buy, stop, you know. Because Tay last year, we were just talking about some stuff, and like I said, well, stop buying the game for a little while. He stopped for 2 weeks.
Right back at it again.
Yeah, right back.
I told you to stop, but you didn't say to stop for how long?
No.
I started trading more though.
Yeah,
I did it the right way.
That's good, but like I said, that's another video I need to talk about. Like, just curb your habit of collecting, because collecting can be addicting, and a lot of people don't agree with what I'm about to say, but I really feel it. It's a thing about us inbred in guys, us men, that because I guess it's that old prehistoric hunter-gatherer type of thing, you know. It's like we gotta get in, we gotta get this, we gotta collect, we gotta build it up and stuff. That's why guys like the thrill of the hunt. That's like, you know, like you try to find a mate, the thrill of the hunt, you know. It's always about that thrill of the hunt. It's that adrenaline rush that when you go in a Goodwill or you go to a thrift store or even GameStop and you see a game that shouldn't be there and you know about it, you be like, I'm thinking about right now, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about like a couple times, like when I came down to Atlanta, we went to that pawn shop, man.
Ooh, yeah, I remember that.
Boy, we was like, and you saw, hey, I need a gas. Go get it, man. That GameCube game, it was like, didn't even know what's there. It was like when you found like hidden stuff like that, it's just something about us guys to do that. And then our ladies who are with us and they see that stuff and they collectors, they'll get the same bug, but it's just such, you know, when we guys, we do that stuff, man. Like my boy Andrew, he said, I totally agree. It's so crazy. I don't know. It just embedded in us as men, as guys. We do that. We like, gotta get up early. It's like fishing, hunting. Like I say, game collection is almost kind of like fishing, because you go out there, you try to find the biggest catch, and then you're like, now I need the next biggest thing.
I got it. Yeah.
It is like, if you don't see it, let me throw it back. Let me trade it back. Let me get something else bigger, you know? It's just like with cars, with shoes and stuff. It's just how men are, especially us, like men are our age now. And there's no diss to nobody, but say just how inbred you like, why am I doing this? And you're like, because that's what dudes do. That's what we do. That's why I said earlier, you would probably never see a female fighting over or talking crap about to another guy about video games. That's just some us dudes. We just do stupid stuff. Oh, what you get that for? What you playing on CRT? You know, it's just stupid stuff. Well, Tay, what is your collecting goals?
Well, I did the Wii U in 2022. Same with you. I'm going after the GameCube, man. And it's funny that you were just saying that, because I started counting my collection. I had like about 46 games January second or something. Now I'm like 107.
Ooh-wee.
But hey,
What I tell y'all? What did I
Pockets,
tell y'all?
bro.
What did I tell y'all? He got a problem. See? All right.
He said less than 2 weeks ago he
Yeah.
had 40 titles, and now like, dang, man, I didn't get to the triple digits until like a year some change after I started collecting. You said after that.
Man, the things about it, the deals on Facebook Marketplace, that's my gold mine. I'm not gonna lie. I trade, I buy and sell. If I see someone that just clearing up my basement, I see someone. I'll put it in a future video. Of course, you guys will see that. But someone sold, I got 22 GameCube games, complete black label and box. Some of them are rare, some of them are common, and $50. I couldn't let the deal go. $50.
No, you can't let that go.
Yeah.
And deals like that. You know what's so good about deals before? I'm sorry, but deals like that, and people always ask, how do you find deals? If you go out and you search for it, you're gonna find it. You just got to do work. A lot of people just think it's gonna come to no. You got to do work. You got to get on that Facebook and the Instagram, them groups, Macari, going out every morning. You're gonna risk some sleep and some gas and some food, and sometimes looking for games. I mean, I'll do that stuff. Like if I know I'm gonna go shopping for like garage sale, I know I'm going to the ATM, get some cash out, make sure my gas is filled. Make sure I had me a couple like Hot Pockets or like them biscuits, you know, them croissant biscuits.
Yep.
Pop in real quick, have some water, everything ready, so I can get to go. You know, I ain't finna get to sit there and cook no full course and then no breakfast. Or no, I'm finna get this right there and get out the door and go, because I'm telling you, it's a rat race out there. People be looking for them deals.
Sometime I try to get a deal this week on a good game. I think it was called the Lost Kingdom or something. It's one of those uncommon GameCube games.
It's expensive.
Yeah. And then I seen a good deal on it. I think it was like $45, and she said, "Sure, come pick it up." She gave me the address and everything, and then she's like, 2 minutes later, I'm about to jump in the car, and she's like, "Oh, somebody already offered me $75."
I hate when people do that. I hate when people do that. I hate when people do that stuff. That's burning
the last hour.
Yeah,
I hate that too.
Mega, what's your goals this year?
My goals for this year are probably to stop getting GameCube games at least for a minute, because I've already reached capacity to my current storage space with what I got now. So I think I'm quite satisfied for the time being. Yeah. At least till we get our house and I have like a bigger space to accommodate everything. Because right now it's almost like a rat trap in here with just how much stuff I got like kind of meshed together and stuff. But one of my goals is I definitely want to collect more for the Sega Saturn. I know Steve's gonna be like, that's suicide, but
hey, I've done it before the prices got crazy.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was crazy because I remember that video that you posted. That was the first video I saw of yours when you added your last Sega Saturn game to that collection. Yeah, I was like, damn, I want to be like him one day. But looking at these prices, I'm like, but maybe today, maybe one day ain't the day. So I'm just gonna keep it moving. But,
how much games is in that library?
About I don't even know, man. Steve, you had a full set. So when did you know?
I had a full set and I sold it. And that's another thing. That's another thing going back to negativity. Oh my goodness, these dudes went stupid. How can you sell the games? How can you sell all your games? People gave you deals. I like, first of all, mind your business. It ain't your stuff. Shut up, block. Boy, I still see some of the public. He blocked me because I asked about it. I like, you did right, I blocked you. They get all mad, boy. They don't even Facebook groups are out of control sometimes. Because they're private, they can think they can say what they want. It's just so dumb. Some of these dudes are just silly. But what else, Megan, trying to do?
That and just add on to more of the game. Well, as soon as we move, I'm gonna have a bigger space. But I kind of want to do like how you have like your glass cases in the back, because I just got this one. So I got like a lot of statues that I haven't even taken out of the box because I'm running out of space. Yeah. So just adding more to my Sega Saturn collection, and then of course once I have a bigger space, just having more room to display like a lot of my prized possessions. So that's mainly about me, because like I'm a simple person. If I could just be in a room with some of the stuff I like to see, everything's all good with me, man. Like I have less problems when I'm around the stuff that makes me happy. This is my zen. So
yeah, man, it is my zen. I'm still working on my Zen. It may look complete, but it's not yet. I just like I said doing a video, y'all kind of seen a preview, but you haven't seen anything yet. And this next gaming video, I wanted to be really, really good, but I got some stuff in here that like, yes, I'm waiting on a few more things. It's probably about a week away from being finished. Almost about a week away.
That glass case you have in the background, Steve. Did you add those lights in there, or they came like that?
I'm gonna add those lights, but I'm getting new lights on it too. Them lights been in there since. Man, I had those cases for like 4 or 5 years now. Them detail cases last forever. They're great, but I used to buy detail cases when they were like $50. Now they're $100.
Yeah, because I got the same one behind me, and it was like $50, $60 when I got mine. Because we went to IKEA like less than a week ago. They're like $100 now. I said, dang,
they are. I like dang, because I wanted to get 3 more, but I wanted them in white. And I'm like,
the white ones are more expensive now and hard to come by.
Yeah, and I was like, I really want to spend $300 on some case. I said, you know what? I just gonna put them in. They'll be fine. Because in my room, I'm going for like a white gray theme now,
right?
And a clean look and stuff. But I said, F that. I'm not fit. I'm not. I said, I put that $300 on something else. I thought I'm not doing that, man. Because that was like, I looked at it and I was like, I had to push them in here, just looking like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Well, my collecting goals for this year, kind of already written the most out. One is I am going to finish the North American set for Nintendo 3DS. Thank God, because my prized possession, I got it out the way. Barbie,
that Barbie doll.
Yes, I found it. I did a whole trade. You haven't seen the video about it? Go on the channel, please watch it. Also, my trip to Japan is booked. So I am doing game hunting in Japan. Last time I was in Japan, I was in the military. And I appreciate it, but I wasn't collecting like I was. This time, oh my goodness, I plan to make I want to make 5 videos in Japan. 5 to 8. I'm staying over there probably about 10 days. I might extend it. I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's something you got to stay over there at least about 2 weeks for, because me and my fiance, we plan on going there probably towards the end of the year. We're going to be over there for hoping for at least a month, but if you go out there for like 2 weeks, if you go out there for 2 weeks, then that'd be worth it, because it's like almost half a day to fly over there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about I might add 2 more days. I'm still waiting on this ticket. It should have came through, but I'm waiting. I got 10 days right now. I think 10 days is a sweet spot, but yeah, I can't wait to go to Japan. And then also too my collecting goals and making videos at Super Nintendo World this year.
I'm gonna be there.
Are you being open day?
I'm not gonna be the opening day. I'm gonna be there around the time where E3 is, because that's when because me and my fiance and friends, we're all going out there around the same time. So it's gonna be.
I might have been E3 with y'all, man. I've never been to E3.
Oh really? Oh yeah, definitely. Because it's gonna, especially I know with you're gonna have the criteria, and I should too, to get media passes or even just get like basic passes. But yeah, it's gonna be a whole vibe. That's what we're doing. So June this year for E3. That's what we're gonna be doing. I can't wait. Ooh, that's gonna be packed.
And we got a last question. DJ No Good on YouTube said, quick question, Mr. Right Way, anyone have a PS5? Have you had issues with it running hot? No, because I got mine out in the open is right there in the back, you can see, but never had no issues of running hot. I even start, that thing that came out this week talking about, don't stand your PlayStation 5 up, it might melt down. But no, I never had anybody. Y'all who got PS5? Anybody?
No, I never had that issue.
Yeah, I never had that issue either. And that whole thing about standing the PS5 up with the liquid metals leak onto the motherboard. Yeah. Well, you better tell Sony to stop marketing it standing up and recall those systems, because I
don't think that's true. I think that was somebody put that out.
It was debunked. I guess they misinterpreted what he was saying, and then it came across as like, you stand it up, you'll run the risk of having some damage done to it. But no, mine's been perfectly fine. And if that was the case, I guess I'm so well, because I ain't got no space but to lay my PS5 vertical. So it's whatever with me. But yeah, mine's has been perfect since the day I bought it.
That's awesome. Well, guys, everybody tell everybody. Black Ranger, Lifetime Gaming, Mega ZX. Tell everybody where they can find you on the socials. Mega start out.
Yeah, you can catch me. My same tag as everything. Like I said at the beginning, I'm probably gonna do a brand change just to have a little bit more better name to search across all socials. But I'm trying to figure that out. But until then, you can catch me on YouTube, same hashtag MegaZX456, Instagram, Twitter, pretty much all the popular social media apps. I mostly be on Twitter nowadays because expressing my thoughts on some things. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen that every now and then. But but yeah, I'm getting back into creating content. I actually got a video I'm dropping you tomorrow or Sunday, and yeah, I'm just gonna make it a common thing, man. So yeah, at least 1 or 2 videos a week. That was one of my New Year's resolutions. So but yeah, that's what you catch me on.
Life of Tape Game. Where can they find you?
Life of Tape Gaming. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. It's all Life of Tape Gaming. That one handle you can find me on.
And the Blurred, Mr. Blurred himself, the top Blurred in the nation, Black Ranger. Let me know where you can find you at, brother.
Yes, y'all can find me. Same Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. What's the other one? Nobody use no more Snapchat.
Oh yeah, I haven't used that in years.
YouTube. It's all Black Ranger, no C. And it's not. I didn't misspell it. I did that purposely. I didn't want no copyright infringement. But yeah, Black Ranger, no C. You can find me there. Facebook. It's literally my name, French Brian. It ain't too many of us. It's me and my dad. So if you look up French, you probably gonna find me. So
that's another thing in our culture. Most of us name off our daddy, and you know your daddy old. You know what kind of name you got. But now you know about like French. What's another old black name? Robert.
Elroy.
Yeah.
One of my uncle's names was Otis. Randy. Yeah.
You be like, hey, you be somebody Otis Jr. You know you name out your daddy, boy. That's what black folks do. Well, anyway, guys, thank y'all for the first episode. If you're watching this replay of it, make sure you hit like, subscribe, follow everybody else, and always remember to do it the right way.
The right way.
See you next Friday.
Peace out, people.
United.